I want to spend this video talking about just how deep God's love is, that if we don't seek Him at all, we will never know. And many people are having the wrong perspective on God and who He is. And God is love. If someone asks you who God is love. He's just love. He's a consuming fire, basically, of love and light and power and majesty, everything. But He's pure love that has been it's just not undefiled, but it's just thickness, it's light and love. And so I want to spend this video talking about God's love and how we should seek Him, and how we can look at our problems the right way, so that we not look at God like, God, why are you doing this to me? But everything He does is really out of love, and it's not out of anger. So one of the first verses I'm going to share with you is about anger, and when it comes to the Lord, okay? This is Psalm 86, verse 15. It says, "But you, O Lord, are God, merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love and faithfulness." God is not looking for people to blast. You've probably heard that before. He's looking to bless you. He's looking to love you. Like a caring father. He's really a father, like Father God. Like, He sees us as little babies, little children. He wants to hold us in His arms and cradle us and all. A caring father is not going to be mad this instantly at his children. I'm not saying God doesn't get mad, but He's slow to anger, because His love that He has just overrules over everything. And His faithfulness, one of the most important things I've learned about my relationship with Christ personally is how faithful He is. He's absolutely faithful. Like, he has the kind of faithfulness that everyone wants in marriage. But it's beyond. It's just amazing. Another verse I want to share about God's love is 1 John chapter 4, verse 7 to 12. It's about God's love. It says, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love." We have murderers and robbers and people who do just extreme sin, right? They do not love one another because they're sinning, and their actions are causing strife, they're causing persecution, whatever it is that has nothing to do with love. That means you're not of God, and you do not know Him. Because if you know someone, if you know the source of love, you're going to learn from that. And the love that you get from that source, which is God, is going to rub off on you. And people are going to see that, and you're going to do just that. You're going to do just as what you've learned from someone. By the people who have been sinning and have been really doing bad with their lives, false preachers, all these kinds of people do not have the love of Christ. They have selfish desires that they kind of mistaken for love, but it's actually for their personal ambitions. And you can read the book of James about self-desires and stuff. God has plans for us. At the beginning of the age, He did not just say, "Oh yeah, you're gonna be born, that's it, you do whatever." But He actually set a plan. He set our lives, who's gonna give birth to us, how we're gonna come into this world, what our purpose is, what our will is. And until you understand that, you're not gonna understand life at all. It's just that simple. Like, God created us for His pleasure, to worship Him, to love Him like He's loved us. I love God. We should all love God because He first loved us. And God is just so like organized, like it's nothing chaotic about him. Because love knows all, and he knows everything, he sees everything. So when he, you know, when we were conceived in our mother's womb, as he knit us, he also knit his spirit. He knit a spirit into us that, you know, deep down, if we really seek him, we're going to know where we came from. And we came from the heart of God, deep within his heart, like, seriously. And no, the Jesus and the Holy Spirit, they all came from him, inside of him, the depths of his heart. And it stinks so much that people want to throw away such gifts of, you know, you came from the creator of the world, someone who hang the heavens as the curtains, someone who's made earth his footstool, a majestic, all-knowing God who is all-loving and does not want to hurt his children, but want his children to know him intimately and form that relationship he once had with Adam and Eve before they were banished. That's what he's looking for, to walk with us and to know us and to care for us and to talk to us and just love on us. He's just a loving God. God, once you come to understand God's love, nothing will be impossible for you. What you can do is only limited by how big you think God is. What you can do is only limited to how supreme you think God is. And until you understand just how big God is, we are like a grain of sand compared to God. Okay? If you not come to know that understanding of God and just how huge and just majestic he is, you're gonna be stuck, limited to what life wants you to be limited to. But with God, his word says all things are possible, right? Yeah, so Jeremiah 29:11. You probably know this verse, but I'm going to say. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." This world has false future, false security, but God says he's going to give you a future and a hope that is not of evil. The world has a future and a false hope that is purely of evil, but people are so drawn away from the truth that they seek empty pursuits, and which only leads them to death and destruction, which is only led by the devil. Yeah, I know that was deep, but it's the truth, and we need to seek God more than ever, because in this world, you gotta know where you stand. If someone comes to you and say, "Oh, you can live a lukewarm life, you can love God, you can watch TV, watch sports, do all this, and go to church on Sunday, and that's it," seriously, run for your life. Seriously, literally, because they are spreading a false gospel, and that could lead you to your death and your destruction. God wants a pure bride. He wants someone who knows him intimately, who wants to engage in love with him. He's an intimate God. He's our husband. He's our friend. He's our father. He's everything. Because his love understands our problems. It knows our hurt. It knows our pain. It knows it all. The Bible also promises us that we are more than conquerors. This can be found in Romans 8, verse 37. It says, "No, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am sure that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor height or depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God in Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior." Nothing in this world can separate you from the love, because God holds you in his hands, and no one can pluck you away from him. That's basically what this verse is saying, that God holds all the power, and he's not gonna simply allow someone to come and steal you from his love. That's jealous love. God's love is jealous, but his jealousy is a different kind of jealousy. It's like a righteous jealousy. He does not want us worshiping other gods. That's jealousy. He does not want us loving other gods. That's jealousy. He doesn't want us pursuing worldly things apart from him. That's jealousy. He doesn't want us making our own plans without him. That's jealousy. He doesn't want us walking out of his will. That's jealousy. That's pure, holy jealousy. He wants you for himself, and he wants no one else to have you, because he deserves all that jealousy because he made us. He has all that power, and he can have it. And you need to allow him to have it. And stop looking at God like he's in a box. Oh, let me read this verse, so you understand what I'm saying. Psalms 139 verse 8 talks about how God is everywhere. Where shall I go from your spirit? Or where shall I flee from your presence? If I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in Sheol, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there your hand shall lead me, and your right hand shall hold me, like I said. If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light be about me night. Even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day, and darkness is as light with you. God is omnipresent. He's omni everything. Okay, he knows all. I said that. He sees all. I said that. He's everywhere. He's here. He's there. He's just everywhere. God does not like to hide in a box. He does not hide behind his throne. He's everywhere because he wants people to know him. There's no favoritism with him. He doesn't love specific kind of people. He loves everyone. He loves the human, but he doesn't love the sin. And he just wants you. He lives in our hearts. No. And he's that little voice we hear sometimes and we say, that sounds odd. He's a still small voice. But if we sit in silence, silence speaks volumes. Seriously. Yeah, God does not like to hide in a box, and he just wants you to understand that if you seek him diligently, his word says, you will find him. So if you've started seeking him, do not stop looking for him, because he will the more you draw closer to him, the more he draws closer to you. This is from personal experience. And you understand his love and peace that passes all understanding will come and wreck you up, like in hope, because of that peace that you found in him that you could find nowhere else, will come and live inside of you. And whatever powers that come against you, you understand as a child of God, with power in your hand, with authority, and say, my God is greater, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. As if God is for me, who can be against me, right? This is a prayer